I'll count it a million in a month. Yes, you will. In less than a month, but I'll be at camp, so it's not going to do much good. That's very true. No, no, no. No, I'm not. The day I go to camp. It's not exactly my place. The day I go to camp. So I'm going to walk you.
My mom gets ready for the chair at camp. When she sits
Oh,
down,
yeah,
pick up the chair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's gonna happen.
I'm so jealous of her. If only my birthday was at least 6 days earlier, it would have been me too. I'm jealous.
Yeah, I remember. I only did the chair. Every time I go to bed.
Summer.
Then
He's
like
sleeping through summer.
Then
I'm not cheating. I know, I told you, you got your days and nights split.
Okay. I don't care where you are sleeping. Waking up at 2. And I go to bed early. Okay, I'm having a night. And I wake up and it's 7:30.
All right. Who wants to light candles?
Oh, me.
All right, come on up. I don't mean light, I mean say the blessing, guys, not just light. You got to say the blessing. Can you do the blessing?
Yeah, I know the blessing.
Okay, so hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
Wait, I know.
I don't think so. Nice try. You guys having a good summer? Linda, do you want to help? You want to do candles? Then you usually are a resident candle person. Oh, you can't wait.
Give me that.
You up for it? Hey, we'll get it with, oh, yeah, that's gonna make it. Tell Tom again, hello.
I'm staying out of trouble.
Well, he's by default, he's trying to stay out of trouble.
I got it.
Okay, don't do that, hold on. Turn it off a minute.
Okay. I only figured out how to use the slider.
Use that. All right, well, we're gonna light our candles a little early in the day, but you know, that's how it works. The longer Shabbat is, the better probably for us.
Oh my God, my
I
phone.
mean, it's too hot to go out and do much anyway, so you might as well just enjoy Shabbat inside in cool air. And, I don't know if we're gonna get our minyan, but we're gonna do what we can. So, if you, yeah, I saw that. If you would like, if you
wouldn't like
Raj, we turn over to page 4.
You can when
Guys,
Raj
do
says.
not disappear, please. Page 4.
Okay. There you go.
They do good.
Good, good.
All right, now we have the lesson.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Baruch
2,
atah Adonai.
Go ahead.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher v'shanu b'mitzvotav v'tivanu b'machshavav.
Boy, you were just racing
My
along.
sister does it faster.
You just gotta get her to slow down a little bit.
I couldn't keep up with him.
My sister does it faster. So.
All I got to get back in the swing of things today. I've been out for a couple weeks, so it's a bit of a challenge. As we join together, bottom of 5. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharein, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Ni L'Shalom Malachei Hashalom Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeitzchem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech, malachei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Page 11. We join together in L'chunei Ranina as we join. What tune do we want to use? Jonah, you need to come help because your bar mitzvah is in a few months. Come here. Come on. You're here and you're not going to be here for like a whole month, and then it's get to be busy and holidays. Do you remember the melody? Yeah, give that one to him. Which one would you like? That one? All right, we'll do that one. Page 11. L'chunei Ranina, L'chunei Ranina, L'chunei Ranina, L'Adonai, L'chunei Ranina, L'chunei Ranina, L'chunei Ranina, L'Adonai. Naria, Naria, Litzur Yishenu, Nekadma Fana B'toda. Naria, Naria, Litzur Yishenu, Bizmirot Naria lo, L'chunei Ranina, L'chunei Ranina, L'chunei Ranina, L'Adonai, L'chunei Ranina, L'chunei Ranina, L'chunei Ranina, L'Adonai. Gil Gadolai, Mel Gadol Kol. We're going to end the psalm over on page 12 by the arrow. Arba'im shana kut bidor va'omar am to'e levavhem v'hem lo yadu derachai asher nishbati v'yapi im yevon el menuchati. Page 14 by the arrow. It is summertime. It's hot. We have nothing better to do but sit in here and celebrate Shabbat because you're not going outside and walking in it, right? I know, nobody wants to. It's 100 degrees outside, so it's nice and cool, but warmth with the spirit of Shabbat, right, David? I heard you were on a cruise. Is that correct? Yeah, you were. So you got the sun and fun already outside on the boat. Okay, well, now you're bringing it inside here for Shabbat. So page 14 with an arrow by the arrow. Yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim, v'tagel haaretz, yiram hayam, yiram hayam, yiram hayam, umelo, yiram hayam, yiram hayam, yiram hayam, umelo, ya'alo sadav v'chol asher bo, ashirananu kol atzei ya'ar, lifnei Adonai kiva, kiva lishpot ha'aretz, yishpot tevel b'tzedek, v'yamim b'emunato. We turn on over to page 19. I'm just going to do what we normally have been doing. Page 19 at the bottom, you'll find, again, one of my favorite readings. Connects us to those in Israel. We know it's been another tough week in Israel in particular as more rockets have been falling. But certainly I hope that they will have a quiet Shabbat just as we have the spirit of Shabbat bringing it in here today. So let's join together the bottom of page 19 in the small print on the left side of the page. Blessed is your coming, Shabbat. Blessed is your coming. Bring with you rest and peace following a tumultuous week filled with so many demands. Bring the space in which, with others and alone, we can shape an infinity of dreams. Bring the hour of forgiveness in which to hear the pounding heart of another human being. Blessed is your coming, Shabbat. Blessed is your Creator. Blessed is your light. We turn on over to page 20 as we join together, as we lift up ourselves towards God. Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Page 21, you'll find Mizmor David, our 29th Psalm, transpose those numbers. The 29th Psalm that reminds us to listen to God's voice in the world around us. That's always a great reminder. We rise, if you are able to, I'll ask you to, as we join together. Mizmor LeDavid, Avu l'Adonai b'nei Elim, Avu l'Adonai kavod va'oz, Avu l'Adonai kevod shemo, Ishtachavu l'Adonai behadrat kodesh, Kol Adonai hamayim, El hakavod hirim, Adonai mayim rabim, Kol Adonai bakoach, Kol Adonai behadar, Kol Adonai shover arazim, Vaishaber Adonai et arze halvanon, Vayarkidem kemo egel, Lebanon v'Sirion, kemo ben re'emim, Kol Adonai chotzev lavatesh, Kol Adonai yachil midbar, yachil Adonai midbar kadesh, Kol Adonai yecholel ayalot, vayechesof ye'arot, uvehechalo kulo omer kavod. Adonai lamavu yashav, vayeshav Adonai melech le'olam, Adonai os le'amo yitain, Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom. You're welcome to be seated. Page 23, you'll find Lecha Dodi. We'll do our first two verses on 23, our middle on 24, and our last two on 25. As we join together, and as always, the door will magically open for our Sabbath bride to walk through. What tune? Do you have a tune? Have one you like? No, not that one. All right, let's do it together. Come on, you got to help me out here. Anyone have a tune they like? No funny tunes for Lecha Dodi. That's definitely not a funny tune thing. Okay, good. We got one. Ready? The bar mitzvah boy to be has a choice. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nikabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad hishmianu el hamyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shem ultiferet ve'litila lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nikabela likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki mekor ha'beracha merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshava tchila lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat. 24 in the middle. Hitoreri kiva orech kumi ori uri shir da beheri kevod Adonai alayich nigla lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nikabel. 25 yaminu smolti frotzi v'et Adonai taritzi al yadish ben partzi v'nismecha v'nagila lecha dodi likrat kala. We rise penei Shabbat in last verse. Bawi v'shalom ateret bala gam b'simcha uvetzala toch emune am segula bawi chala lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nikabela lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nikabela. You may be seated. Good choice. We haven't done that one in a really long time. That's a camp one?
Tune,
excellent. We'll do
that's
it
the
more.
tune that I can never remember, and you always ask
Well,
me
you
why I
just
always
did, so yay. Ben, you're going to hear that one a lot at camp. The two of you guys, and we'll get Marco involved too. And when you guys go to camp, you'll hear it also. So there you go, right? Right. Right. Yeah, Yofi, you'll hear it. Page 27, you will find the psalm for Shabbat as we join together. Mizmor shir leyom haShabbat, tov lehodod la'Adonai, ulezamer leshimcha elyon, ulezamer leshimcha elyon, lehagid baboker chastecha, ve'emunatcha balelot, alei asur balei navel, alei higayon bechinor, mizmor shir leyom haShabbat, tov lehodod la'Adonai, ulezamer leshimcha elyon, ulezamer leshimcha elyon. By the arrow on 28. Tzadika tamar yifrach keheres balevanon yiske shetulim beveit Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu od yenuvun b'seva teshenim lehagid ki ashar Adonai tzuri velo avlatavo. Page 29, let's read on the far left side of the page our interpretive Psalm 93 as we join together. Entwined in worlds and wrapped in glory you are. So has it been, and so it is, eternally you are. Waves pounding out their song reach up to God from their depths, for the song of the sea, beaten to the sound of the breakers, tells of God within. These are proof enough for the faithful that you are the Lord of time. Eidotecha nemnu me'od lahaveitcha na'ava kodesh Adonai leorech yamim. Is anyone specifically reciting Kaddish for a specific reason? Anyone? For Yortzeit or you for Yortzeit? Well, we don't quite have a minyan, but we can do the last two lines of the Mourner's Kaddish together on page 30. So if you're joining us from far away, or if you're here in the sanctuary, we join together the last two lines of the Mourner's Kaddish on 30. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Do you want to just sit for a second, Jonah, and I'll get you right back up in a second. So I have just a few short words to share, and you may see this in a Shabbat message or again at some point in the future. So let me ask you, all of you can answer this very easily. What do you most enjoy on Shabbat? I saw a hand. Wendy, what do you most enjoy on Shabbat? Give me one thing. Don't give me two things and five things. One thing. Relaxing. Excellent. What else? Yes. Food. Excellent. Food. Is there a specific food? Okay. Singing. Very nice. Yeah, secret. Introspection, right? Time to really think. Good. Anything else? Anyone else? Coming together. Very nice. Time to unwind. Excellent. Yes, David. Study Torah. Of course, study. Well, we're hitting all the good ones. Excellent. We've gotten food, introspection, right? Relaxing, studying Torah, community, family. Good. Community, family. Excellent. All right. Well, along the lines of what Joshua just said and he walked out, a lot of us might include specifically, what do we specifically eat on Shabbat? Challah, right? Any challah bakers out there? I know, I had her in mind, so I should just take this and send it home, right? Any challah bakers? All right, anyone who likes to bake challah? Anyone want to learn how to make challah? Okay, good, because we're gonna do some of that too this year, I hope. Yeah, I have to go. My freezer is empty myself, and I didn't get a chance this week, so I too have to go do some challah baking. So is there anything special you do ritually when you make your challah? And if Barry were here, she would know the answer to this. What do? Right? Well, in our legal tradition, the word challah is a halachic term. And what does it actually refer to? It refers to something that we take out of the bread before we bake it. Right? Well, not the bread that we actually eat. So today we call challah, right? Because it's yummy. But challah is actually the mitzvah of hafrashah challah, which is the mitzvah of separating. It's called separating challah, right? And it actually comes from the parsha of Shlach Lecha today. So it's very, very cool. All right, so in Numbers 15, we're not going to see it tomorrow, but we see it in the heart of the portion, 15, 20 through 21. We're instructed to set aside a gift from the portion of our dough to be offered to God, and basically to be given to the priest, to the Kohen. And just as is customary for, what do we do when we're farming? You know the instruction of Bikurim. What do we do when we're supposed to be... Right, we leave part of that going for those who are in need, and we take our first fruits, right, and we bring them to the temple, and we give them to the priest as an offering, either to be offered up or for the priest to use, right, for the priests. So it was customary for the farmers to do that in the harvest as an offering, right? The law of challah is very similar. It's instructed for our ancestors to take a portion of their dough to the Kohen, to the priest. So before you even bake it, take it out, right, and give it. The farmer's offering, what was all that about? Thanksgiving. Thank you, God, for and a hope, right, that the rest of this, especially as it's the first fruits, right, as you continue through the harvest, we're going to hope that the crops being harvested continue to garner that blessing, right? Well, the law of challah gave the non-farmer in particular an act that they could do, right? So here we go. We have the non-farmer saying, you know what? I'm going to express my gratitude for the gift of food and to express the hope that all of the labors that I do, not out in the field, but in the home, in our community, in where we live and break bread together, right, are blessed as well. So although the law of challah applies only to bread made from grain grown inside the land of Israel, you can tell I did a little research today. It's kind of cool stuff, right? And included the 5 grains found in the land. Anybody know the 5 grains? Wheat, barley. No. Wheat, barley, spelt. I like spelt. Anyone ever have a spelt cookie? It's really good. Wheat, barley, spelt. Oats. Oats and everybody's favorite. So everybody's pastrami on? Rye. I knew you'd get that, right? Rye. Wheat, okay, I didn't hear it. Wheat, barley, spelt, oats, and rye. The custom, so those are the 5 grains that we're talking about. And even though that was really pertaining to what was going on in the land of Israel, the custom for many Jews outside of the land was to remove a small portion of dough as a symbolic expression of that sense of thanksgiving and hope. And many would take that small piece, and what do you do with it? You just leave it sitting there? Usually you make a little tiny thing and you put it on the edge of your tray. Barry would know this if she were here. And what would we do? Actually, you would burn it, right? You cook it really well. You burn it. Some people actually burn it, right? Why burning it? Well, it's a reminder of if you had the temple way back when and the sacrifices, it would have been burned on the altar. It would have been consumed on the altar, right? So in any case, very often, if you see a baker, and I'm pretty sure, I've talked to Barry before when she bakes challahs for here, she takes a little piece off and sticks it on the side of the cookie sheet, right? Yeah, I know, I've seen her do it, right? So right? Here, anybody want this, right? Now, so that we still do that when we bake challah as a way of remembering. And by the way, the mitzvah actually applies to all of the dough from the grains that I mentioned. So if you can actually perform this mitzvah if you're baking a large amount of cookies or cakes. Let's say you're making double, triple chocolate chip baking, whatever, and you're using, right? You could do that. You could take it out as part of that offering, not just with our regular wheat or challah. That is actually, by the way, the mitzvah, even though we do it, the Shulchan Aruch, late sources go and say, no, wait a minute. You only do it when you're making massive amounts, like 43 yolks worth of flour. That was a measurement, right? So it was like 5 pounds of flour. You know how much you're going to have? That's a very big challah. A lot of challahs out of that one. 5 pounds, right? A big thing, and not just a pound, 5 pounds, right? So that's a lot of challah. That's a lot. So it really had to do with, especially when you were baking a lot, meaning that you were offering a lot for the community as well. But regardless of that, the tradition became that we do that when we make our challah. So when we go into the social hall and enjoy a taste of challah together, consider this interesting mitzvah that most likely, I could not find the correlation, but I'm pretty much guessing that it helped to give the bread that we eat today, the challah we eat today, the name, right? That came from that, or originated from that tradition. And think about the blessings that we hope to share together, the community that we share, the family that we share together as we celebrate Shabbat. And perhaps whenever you do bake a challah or you see a delicious one on your table, or you could pass again along to Barry when she makes all the yummy challahs we enjoy here at Shabbat. Just think about when you eat a piece of challah, think about the way breaking bread really connects us all to each other as a community, who are hoping for good blessings of peace and of contentment, and certainly a connection to God as well. That was the original intent of bringing it to the priest, who would then offer it
in a sense, on behalf of the people. So it's a wonderful mitzvah. It's an interesting one of hafrasha challah, which is separating the challah. And again, it is a wonderful message to us that we don't just make bread, but we have a partnership in doing that with both God and with others around us with whom we hopefully break bread together. So I will say with that a Shabbat Shalom, and consider the next time you bite that yummy challah what you're actually doing and how you're doing it. With that, we're going to go into our evening service, 39A, you will find it, and we will begin with reading of the blessing underneath. Since we're not, again, quite a minyan, we're going to read our blessing together on 39A in the English. Baruch atah Adonai, our God, sovereign of time and space, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, whose will sets the succession of seasons and arranges the stars in their places in the sky, who creates day and night, who rolls light before darkness and darkness from light, who makes day pass into night, who distinguishes day from night. Adonai Tzevaot is your name. Living and ever-present God, may your rule be with us forever and ever. Baruch atah Adonai, who brings each evening's dusk. Umavir yom umehevi laila, umavdil ben yom uvein laila, Adonai Tzevaot shemo. El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. We join together, page 40. Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Avta Torah u'mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim otanu limadeta al kein Adonai Eloheinu v'shochveinu u'vekumeinu nasiach b'chukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed ki heim chayenu v'orech yameinu v'orech yameinu uvahem nege yomam v'layla yomam v'layla v'ahavatcha al tasir mimenu li'olamim Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. Page 41, Melech Ne'eman. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'otecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh Asher Anochi Mitzavecha Hayom Alevavecha Vishinantam Levanecha Vidibartabam Vishivtecha Bevetecha Uvlechtecha Vaderech Uvshoch Becha Uvkumecha Ukshartam Leot Al Yadecha Vehayu Letotafot Bein Einecha Uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha. We read in the English together, you shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all that is yours. These words that I command you this day shall be taken to heart. Teach them again and again to your children. Speak of them when you sit in your home, when you walk on your way, when you lie down and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand and as a symbol above your eyes. Inscribe them upon the doorposts of your home and on your gates. So just want to point out on page 42, we generally in the evening skip over to 44, but on 42 at the bottom, this is the paragraph from Numbers 15, 37 through 41. That is our tzitzit paragraph. That's our paragraph that we recognize when we're wearing the talit, especially in the morning. We pull the tzitzit together and remind ourselves to look upon them as a reminder of all of the mitzvot. This is the paragraph that comes from Parshat Shlach Lecha. It's a very full parsha. There's lots to study in it. Challah was just one of them. The Vayomer paragraph, the tzitzit is another. And if you really want to hear about it more, you can hear about the spies spying out the land. Tomorrow morning we'll talk a little bit about that. But I wanted to point out that the service that paragraph we say every morning, that is part of our evening liturgy as well, that it comes from the portion this week that we are studying. So we turn over to page 44 as we lead up to Michamocha. U'malchuto beratzon kiblu aleihem Moshe u'Miriam u'vnei Yisrael lecha'anu shira b'simcha rabba v'yamru chulam mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nohora tehilot ohosef ele malchutecha ra'u v'anecha bokei ayam lifnei Moshe ze'eli anu v'yamru Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed v'ne'emar kifad Adonai et Yaakov uge'alo miyad chazak mimenu Baruch atah Adonai Gal Yisrael. Page 45, we join together in the English our Hashkivenu prayer as we ask for shalom, a sense of shalom as we end our day and begin a new one, begin the Shabbat together. Allow us, Adonai, our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel and save us for the sake of your name. Shield us. Remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings. For you, God, watch over and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace, now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people of Israel, and over Jerusalem. Ushmor tzeitenu uvoenu lechayim uleshalom me'ata v'ad olam ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. Page 46, we rise as we join together the singing of Vishamru at the top of the page. Veshamru Nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat La'asot et ha-Shabbat Ledorotam berito lam Veshamru V'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat La'asot et ha-Shabbat Ledorotam berito lam Be'heini u'bein b'nei Yisrael Oti le'olam, oti le'olam, oti le'olam V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat La'asot et ha-Shabbat Ledorotam berito lam Ki sheshet yamim Asa Adonai et ha-shamayim v'et ha'aretz v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat Ledorotam berito lam Ubayom hashvi Shabbat vayinafash. Shabbat vayinafash. Shabbat vayinafash. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael. Et Shabbat la'asot et Shabbat lidorotam beritolam. We turn over to page 47, where you'll find the silent Amidah for the evening, continuing through page 52. And as always, feel free to use this time for your own personal thoughts and meditations to add to the words on the page. When you're through, you're welcome to be seated. Together on page 51 in the middle, where you'll find Shalom Rav. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al kol yoshvei tevel tasim leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al kol yoshvei tevel tasim leolam. V'tov be'einecha levarech et amcha Yisrael. Bechol heit ubechol sha'a bishlomecha. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al kol yoshvei tevel tasim leolam. Tasim leolam. We turn on forward in our Siddur to page 173. 173, you can sit if you want for a minute. As you'll find, that's right there on the far left side of the page, you'll find our prayer for healing, our Misha Berach for health and healing of ourselves, those in need health-wise, physically, emotionally, and certainly healing for our world. And as we prepare to sing our Misha Berach, I'll keep in our thoughts those whose names are here on my list, and we'll add any that you have as well. We think of Hanan HaKohen ben Sima, Michal bat Devora, Shulamit bat Gittel, Yitzchak ben Gittel, Meir ben Shaul, Yisraela bat Zipporah, Devorah bat Avraham Vasara, Elizabeth Alfieri, Victor Alfieri, Alan Berghauser, Bonnie Carlton, Natalie Kogan, Megan Contigno, Michelle Kramer, Barbara Feingold, Bruce Fine, Gittel Glasser, Suzanne Gott, Cameron Graziosi, Francis Haber, Nadine Hyman, Harold Huber, Peter Jacobson, Michael Jacobson, Mike Kadetich, Michael Kraus, Tom LeBlanc, Hannah Lipman, Joel Lowenstern, Rivka Markowitz, Marjorie Morstein, Susan Aller, Jana Prince, Bernie Rowe, Devorah Rubenstein, Genevieve Sanders, Harold Rabhan, Harriet Siegel, Jerry Vittner, Esther Weiner, Mary Beth White, and any names we add at this moment.
I drew a blank. Barry Whitman and Mary Johnson.
Ed Miller, Sean Bramlett, and Lori Cox.
Bella Trachtenberg, Mike Kahn, and Beth Bailey.
Lori Rubenstein.
Any others? Keep them in our thoughts as always as we turn over again to 173 on the far left side. Mi shebeirach avoteinu mikor habaracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi shebeirach imotenu, mikor habaracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. A refuah shlema to all in need. We're going to turn back in our Siddur to page 56, as we always do, where you will find Aleinu. Ben, I'm telling you to, if you don't mind, help with the ark. Joshua, you're going to help lead from here. You go on up. Alice, you're a bat mitzvah after the other bar mitzvah, so come on up. And Avital, if you want to help out, you're welcome to as well. We have a lot of helpers today. Come on up. We rise as we open the Aron HaKodesh. No. Go. Page 56. 1, 2, 3. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, latet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu k'goyei haratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gohor aleinu k'chol hamonam, v'anachnu kor'im u'mishtachavim u'modim, Lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, shehu noteh shamayim v'yoser haaretz, u'moshav yikaro b'shamayim mima'al, u'shchinatu zo, b'gavhei meromim, hu Eloheinu ein od, emet malkeinu efes ulato, Kakatu b'torato, v'yadat hayom v'hashevota elevavecha, ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim b'shamayim mima'al, v'ha'aretz mitachat einod. Kakatu
Tortecha Adonai Mochel Avad.
V'nemar v'haya Adonai Lamelech al kol haaretz Vayom hahu Yiyeh, close it, Adonai echad Ushemo Ushemo echad Ushemo echad. You are welcome to be seated. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate it greatly. We're going to turn back in our Siddur, actually, to page 30 on the far left side of the page as we acknowledge our yortzites for this evening. And again, we don't quite have our minion in-house, so we will turn to page 30, the far left side, and we'll read together as we keep in our thoughts for this evening those whose yortzites occur today and in the weeks coming. Isidore Silver, Sarah Wernick, Warren Katz, Alan Reback, Jules Kaplan, Jacob Berbrager, Burnett Barelowitz, Cecilia Glickman, Max Barelowitz, Charles Lasky, Sophie Shager, Betty Varob, Joel Shimlock, Max Berghauser, Rosa Berger, and Samuel Karolitz. Those reciting, any I don't mention. If you're reciting Mourner's Kaddish, you're welcome to rise. As we turn again to the far left side of page 30, our prayer that we can recite together as we acknowledge our memories and the importance of them. Ribono shel olam, Elohei haruchot l'chol basar. Master of the world, God of the spirit of all flesh, it is revealed and known before you that it is my fervent desire to praise your name and to remember and honor our beloved by reciting the Mourner's Kaddish in the company of a minion. May our presence here today with our community find favor in your eyes and be accepted and received before you as if we had prayed the Mourner's Kaddish. May your name, Adonai, be elevated and sanctified everywhere on earth, and may peace reign everywhere. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Praise be the name of the one whose glorious sovereignty is forever and ever. Together, Oseh Shalom Bimromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru. Amen. We have a few announcements. Say again? Let you do them? Is that okay with the president and the head honcho? Actually, Harold, you are listed for tomorrow, and Dan, I think his last time is tomorrow as well. For tonight, so I think he'll be here tomorrow. So you guys, well, good, you guys can flip. There you go. I didn't even read them, so I don't know what they say either. I'm just back, and I have not read any announcements, so.
Okay. Notes, there's been a change in our weekly communications. Instead of sending overlapping updates across multiple publications. Oh, I forgot to say, good Shabbos, everybody. Thank you, Rabbi. Doesn't hurt to get up here. Our calendar clip will replace the weekly newsletter and will predominantly focus guide for the week immediately ahead. For a broader look at the weeks to come and other details, please refer to our monthly bulletin. This Sunday, the 14th, Sisterhood meeting. If you are still looking for Sunday afternoon plans, get out of the heat, the strong sun. It will start at 1 o'clock for an afternoon of crafting, community, and friendship. It's kind of late to register, so just show up. The 17th, join us as we celebrate 110 years of faith, of which 66 of them have been in this building, of which I've spent 45. Is that right? Yeah. So join us as we celebrate 110 years of faith, community, and tradition here at CBI. We are making this incredible milestone. There will be still time to register. The 17th of July, so if you can put yourself out there 4 to 5 weeks. Social Action and Habitat for Humanity for a meaningful way to give back to our community. Email, talk to Jeff Gaines to volunteer. I hear it's painting. You're not driving nails, putting together plumbing or electrical. It's painting. 7:22, Tish B'Av study session with Rabbi Cohn. Time to be announced still, according to this. Okay, on the 30.
It doesn't start till like 9:30, 9 o'clock by the time sundown is, so we'll make some decisions on the best time
Okay.
to get everybody there.
The 31st of July. We're going way out. We'll throw you a chocolate. Tish B'Av Shabbat potluck dinner on the 31st. Check your CBI communication for information on Sunshine for the Soul series to learn more about it and perhaps attend some of the services. Did you see the save the date in the newsletter? For all the alumni weekend, it's December 11th and 13th. You got to think way out. And you won't want to miss it. If you're in touch with former members, please send their contact information to Diane. Stay tuned or be square. Religious school is still looking for people to help teach. Or sub. Adult education with Fred, intermediate Hebrew on Sundays at 9:30, Torah study with Fred on Tuesdays via Zoom at 5:30. Happy birthday to Marty Shapiro. That was this week, actually. That was on Wednesday. Daniel Kremer. It was on Wednesday the 12th, which is today. Melinda. Melinda Boyd was today. Linda LeBlanc is this week. And so is Betsy McCarthy. And happy anniversary to Sue and Lasser. Little bit of, that's the formal announcements. Got a little okay. Who knows the address for this building? What was the date? Okay, if you ever need to call 911, you're going to have to tell them. Greenville City will not know it offhand. 425 Summit, it's on this card. Yes. The other thing, and I'm going to have to come off the beamer for this one, is if you ever have a fire emergency or some other emergency and you need to get out this door, and there are less than 50 people in the sanctuary, which means this will be on the door for less than 50. You have to remove this. The door still won't open. You have to press that button for that door to open. Same thing downstairs in the school classroom. In order to get those doors to open, you have to press that button in order to get it open. Anyway, that's my part of the announcements.
That's important.
Huh?
You're getting a hand. It's important. These are all important things, and we'll continue. Yeah, I was going to say, you'll continue to see it. Always good, important information we need to have and to be safe. So as we gear up, summer is a little quieter, and as we gear up for a busy year in particular, these are important things to know. Meanwhile, let me come back to birthdays, because it's exactly what I was going to do, is to say happy early birthday. Won't take for granted we'll see you next week. Let's get you this week, and if we see you next week, well, then we'll wish you a happy belated birthday, because your birthday is right in the middle of the week. Yes, so a very happy birthday on the 17th, I believe. Did I get it right? Yes, on the 17th, to Linda. So let's join together. Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach. Happy birthday. and many more. We will continue to celebrate. We have anniversaries at the end of the month, right? And we got lots of things going on. So I think Erica and Jeff Zaglin are celebrating a big anniversary, and the Brenners are celebrating. We got a lot going on towards the end of the month. So thanks for filling the middle of the month for us, and we will continue to celebrate with you. So with that, we're going to just end with a little bim bam Shabbat Shalom before we go into the social hall. And just remember, as we take a bite of challah, the message of challah today. Thank you all for being here to celebrate Shabbat. And we join together. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, bim bam bim bam, bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat 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 shalom. Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat 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 shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, hey, Shabbat, Shalom, hey, Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom, everyone. We'll head in the back, do a little Kiddush and a little motzi together.
Always sends his best to you and to your brother and tell you you are his two favorite people. Oh, yeah. Tom always says hello. Tell him I say hi.
I said, the boys say hi. He's like, well, tell the boys hi. So, yeah, it's very sweet. Very, very sweet. I think he said 6:30, but I'll look at the flyer's on the door. I'll look and see. We'll look and see what it says.
You know, it's kind of interesting. I noticed you're kind of new here. So when
Yes, he's done. Did you see how much taller he's done?
you saw my younger daughter. Okay, my older daughter, my older daughter is 5, and so I used to hear her head here, legs out here. Then it was arm here, arm here, arm here. Now it's like this. Totally different.
He totally, you see what he did. I mean, it's just in the last month.
Yes, like April, y'all were like this.
And the only reason, honestly, that I notice it more than just looking at him is his pants have, like, the pants that were fitting him a couple months ago are now, like, his ankles are showing.
But I noticed up there, I'm going, his head's now taller than
Yeah.
yours.
You know what's interesting? I'll show you a picture at some point of him and Joshua. How they were, where they were even years ago, and how he's just, like, done this. So they were like this and growing equally, and now he's like this, and he's like 2 inches done, like, growing.
My little brother has 2 girls, slightly older. Until my kids were 5, 6, we got garbage bags like twice a year, literally, of clothes. Then his girls